Anyone seen Ava Baron? The little white girl that Diddy adopted. Where'd he get her from? He's been snatching up little kids for decades.
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Baron.
Ava Baron Combs? Yes, it's breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents but you're my child also.
So it looks like we've got a situation on our hands because while fans were out here diving into Diddy's past, looking for anything messy that could spark a fresh investigation, things took a weird turn when fans started asking questions about the white girl Diddy supposedly adopted during the pandemic. Nobody has found a trace of her on the internet, as if she doesn't exist. Just when it seemed like finding her was about to hit a dead end, Jaguar Wright jumped in and threw light on the situation. Y'all, not only did Jaguar Wright accuse Diddy of illegally adopting, but she is alleged that Diddy might have trafficked her. This is some next level mess. So yeah, sit tight, because we need to unpack all of this. All right, so just to give y'all a little context, Jaguar Wright has been calling out Diddy and exposing the dark, twisted side of Hollywood for over a decade now. At first, people brushed her off and labeled her a clout chaser, but fast forward to when Cassie filed her lawsuit against Diddy, which confirmed a bunch of the same stuff Jaguar had been saying for years. Fans began digging up her old videos and giving her the credit she wasn't getting before. And now that Diddy's facing some serious RICO charges, Jaguar's not staying quiet. Sis is pulling up to court dates front and center, showing that she's dead serious about seeing him locked up for good. But y'all, while Diddy's trial is still unfolding, fans haven't been sitting back. They've been out here digging deep into his past, trying to uncover anything shady or messy enough to spark a whole new wave of investigations. Cause let's be real, the charges Diddy's already facing are wild, and ain't nobody trying to see him beat this case. But just in case he does, fans are hoping something even heavier comes up. That's when the internet started buzzing with questions about his so-called adopted white daughter, Ava Baron. Now, for those of y'all who might have missed it, during the pandemic, Diddy went live on Instagram Live and randomly announced that he was adopting a white girl named Ava Baron.
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Baron.
Ava Baron Combs? Yes, it's breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents but you're my child also.
Yeah, you heard that right. But here's where it gets weird. After that announcement, sis just vanished. No pictures, no videos, no posts, no updates. She didn't appear on Diddy's page, wasn't seen with his twin daughters, and there was not even a mention from either of his sons. So, due to the traffic allegations Diddy was hit with, fans began asking questions if he really adopted her, where she is now, and importantly, what happened to her, because a lot of things were not adding up. So y'all, the internet did what it does best, and fans went full FBI mode. They ended up digging up some old photos of Ava with Diddy's twin daughters, and get this, they were clearly hanging out way before Diddy ever went live talking about adopting her. So now people are like, hold up, if Ava had already been in the picture this whole time, why act like she was a new addition? And more importantly, if they were all close back then, why did the photos suddenly stop? Like, what really went down? Did something happen behind the scenes? Because the silence is loud. And y'all, here's where things start to get real unsettling. Fans didn't just stop at the old pics. They went even deeper and found something that sent chills down everybody's spine. People started pointing out a striking resemblance between Ava Baron and a missing girl named Ava Grace Baldwin, who was reportedly abducted when she was just 6 years old. And from there, the whole conversation around Diddy's so-called adopted daughter started feeling less like a family matter and more like a full-blown crime scene. But then out of nowhere, things took another strange turn. Diddy's twins suddenly popped back up with Ava again. They posted a video of them, Ava, and one of their cousins heading to some kind of appointment.
And we're gonna take our cousin Kwai and Ava. You guys all know her and remember her and ask about her every day, so you get to see her. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna get ready for that soon. Hey guys, so we're with Ava and Kwai. We're going horseback riding. Yeah. We're on the way. Our appointment's at 3 and it's 2:17, so we kind of like gotta hurry, but we'll be there at 2:57, so we're gonna be good. But
y'all, the energy in that video was off. like seriously off. Ava looked extremely uncomfortable, as if she didn't want to be on camera at all. It felt like she was being forced to go along with it, and the entire time she barely made eye contact with the twins. Fans immediately picked up on the awkward vibes. And y'all, just when you thought this story couldn't get any creepier, fans stumbled across a TikTok account that really looked like it was being run by Ava herself. The vibe on that account was suspect, and the videos gave off this weird, almost trapped energy. Nothing playful or carefree like you'd expect from a teenager. She posted this picture with the caption, "Life gets hard when you are forced into experiences you didn't ask for." So fans were confused, like what is going on? And as the questions started flooding in, Jaguar Wright jumped into the convo and spilled some tea that nobody saw coming. Now, if you've been following Jaguar, you know she's dropped a lot of dirt on Diddy over the years, tea that most folks brushed off at first but later turned out to be dead accurate. So when she chimed in about Diddy's so-called adopted daughter, everybody leaned in. According to Jaguar, Diddy never went through any legal adoption process, no agency, no paperwork, nothing. Sis is saying he just brought this young white girl into his home, had her living there with his twin daughters and sons, like it was no big deal. But here's the part that'll make your stomach turn, Jaguars, claiming Diddy actually trafficked the girl and even pimped her out to some of his rich industry friends. Now, if y'all go back and watch that Instagram live where Diddy announced he adopted Ava, there's a moment that didn't sit right with some folks even back then, but most people brushed it off. When he asked her to introduce herself, she said her name and then immediately followed it up with her zodiac sign. Yeah, at the time, folks were like, oh, that's just kids being on social media too much, and kept it pushing. But now, with everything coming to light, that moment hits very differently. Jaguar Wright is now claiming that Diddy allegedly pimped Ava out to some of his wealthy industry friends, and get this, according to her, that's exactly how Ava would introduce herself in those disturbing videos. Her name and her zodiac sign, like some twisted presentation. And y'all, when you look at that clip again after everything Diddy has been accused of, it's disturbing.
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Baron.
Ava Baron Combs? Yes, it's breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents but you're my child also.
Jaguar Wright is also alleging that one of Diddy's sons, S.A. Ava, according to Jaguar, Diddy allegedly covered the whole thing up. She spilled the tea, and when he found out what had happened, he immediately pulled Ava away from the family to make sure the media never found out what went down. But it doesn't stop there. Jaguar claims Diddy threatened Ava, warning her that if she ever opened her mouth about it, he'd unalive her. And allegedly, not even his twin daughters were told. It was all meant to be kept under wraps, buried deep. Now look, this sounds wild, and it is, but sadly, it's not all that shocking considering the pattern that's unfolding. Diddy is already up to his neck in RICO charges, and his sons, they're not in the clear either. Let's not forget what music producer Lil Rod Jones said in his lawsuit. He accused Diddy's sons of messing with minors on Diddy's yacht during a holiday getaway. So when you start connecting the dots, it's giving something way bigger than just random accusations. And y'all, Diddy needs to go away for a long time. Jaguar Wright leaking what happened to Diddy's adopted daughter had fans talking, and they left comments saying, does anyone else see how creepy Quincy is in the background? Like a predator smacking his lips? Why does Diddy need to publicly report that he has adopted a white child? Why did Diddy feel the need to report publicly that he is now the guardian to a young beep-year-old Justin Bieber? First of all, how could people not expect at least some of his children to be involved in things he does? They were included in that life, whether they were willing participants or not. They knew that door was always open and protection would be all around them for whatever came up later. So, do you think Diddy trafficked Ava Baron? Or do you think there's more to this story than what the media is reporting? Let me know what you think in the comments, then check out this next video.